It's a thing. It's a thing. Apparently it is. Let me just unswirl my headphones and then I'll put them on and then I will. I'm not even looking at chat yet or anything. Just getting started here, guys. I hope you're all well. I hope everybody is doing okay. And I want to see if I'm actually live because I'm using a new software and I'm still trying it out and I want to make sure it all works. It seems to work. It did not take my thumbnail though. I'm struggling a bit because I'm streaming with NVIDIA Shadowplay, and that's a thing. I'll probably make a video about that at some point. But yes, this happened. Just quickly bring up this stream. Sorry. Here we are. Pentagon has off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. Well, let that sink in. Off-world vehicles and news. UFO report mentions off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. This is all from several hours ago. Pentagon's UFO hunting department was not disbanded in 2012 and now could give public reports. Stuff is happening. I don't know if you guys are on track with all the Bob Lazars and all that, but that is pretty explosive. It's pretty explosive. The paper on the existence of advanced aerospace threat identification program, a Pentagon effort to investigate UFOs, was supposedly shuttered in 2012. The article hailed as historical inflection point. Attitude regarding UFOs implies the same message. This week's Times report says that while the program to study mysterious aerial vehicles was renamed and moved to a different part of the Pentagon, the effort remains active. And Luis Elizondo, I said that terribly weird, the ex-director of the predecessor program, told Times that the new program is moving towards an era of transparency. No more secrecy, guys. We're done with the secrecy now, okay? We're not doing that. So yeah, that's a thing. That's crazy. I mean, I see loads of funny tweets of people basically saying aliens are not real, just accept it and now go back to your computer with full of microchips. That kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know. It's definitely interesting. The question is, why do they put it out now, right? Like, is it maybe just because they want people? Maybe it's not having such a big impact right now, you know what I mean? Maybe it's kind of perceived a little bit as like, not a distraction, but something that you throw out there now. Who's gonna care, right? People are not. If you throw it out at very peaceful, very calm times, you would probably risk kind of disturbing social unrest. Right now, we already have social unrest. So who's gonna, who's gonna do that? Also amazing, actually. I'm streaming in 1440p, 60 FPS. Which is pretty high, but the camera I use is still the old VHS 1987, whatever it is, VHS. So I wonder how I can go to edit, Title, description. Could I change the thumbnail? No. Very, very weird. So the thing about this GeForce streaming software, it's really interesting. You get all the interface, right? And you get all the kind of little benefits that you get from an interface like this little HUD, right? Like for example, the viewer count. I can put it down there. I think I also have the status down there. I'm gonna switch that off. Only put the viewer count down there. Yeah, that's better. Anyway, so you get a good overview, and it's a great software. I mean, you can probably see, didn't you join the game, from the resolution and everything, that it works well. GeForce Shadowplay to stream your games, but it has a few downsides. One of them being that basically you will have to accept that you don't have as much control. You know, in OBS or whatever, you can switch between views. I could now hit a button, you would see me full screen, you know, all that stuff. You can't do any of that. However, you can go live anytime just by pressing Alt Z and broadcast live. You hit the button, boom, you're live. It's like a dream, right? You don't even need to think about anything really. So it's a give and take, but for me the most convincing aspect of it now, and I mean you guys can give me feedback on how it's performing, but I mean I'm streaming literally in 1440p with 60 frames. I could never do that on OBS. I'm using NVENC in OBS. I've tried a lot of things. Doesn't really work. It does not really work. I'm using the latest version of OBS and everything that is required. We're also going to talk about the Xbox Series X reveal event, but I kind of want to wait before I get into that. Just get warmed up a little bit. But yeah, we will talk about the Series X launch event. You guys can let me know what you thought, if you have any thoughts on that. Did you enjoy the games? Do you think it was strong? Do you think it was weak? Do you think it was just right? Are you going to buy a Series X? Woo-wee. Let me know how the sound is, by the way, if this is like really loud. It shouldn't be. Ooh, I kind of did a test run. But it should be loud, but not too loud, hopefully. Let's see. Oh, here we have one. Hello, sir. Ooh, nade. Where are you guys? Come on, I know you're back there. Oh, I thought he might be coming up there. What? How did he even do that? Oh, hey, what's going on? Otano, no reason to buy the Series X when I have a PC. Okay, so here's the point. First of all, welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get into Series X. I just want to, you know, a few people are going to probably join in a minute or something. I don't want to go completely crazy before, you know, but I appreciate you here. So, and you're absolutely right. You know, I have no desire to buy a Series X. I'm kind of like this guy eating popcorn from a distance, watching the console wars. Hey, Albert Torres, what's up, man? This is about the big news being released today. I kind of spoke about it in the beginning. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for dropping by. So yeah, Joe Rogan, let's go quickly back to that. Let's talk about UFOs, okay? So let's I mean, I've been following UFOs for many years, okay? I've been kind of drawn into it. I remember my mom gave me a book about ghosts and UFOs when I was a kid, and I read that book. I ate it up, you know. It was like, and then soon later, you know, the internet comes up, you find all the Bob Lazar stories, and you kind of dive into all these documentaries, and there are so many UFO documentaries on YouTube, and I watch them all. Trust me, I have watched all of them, and the ones that are not on YouTube because they cost money, I've watched those too. So I really kind of, I wouldn't say, you know, I know about the subject, but I've read a lot of stuff. However, I've always remained skeptical, you know, even I read all the things, and a lot of stuff is very convincing. If you want to look into it, look at the Disclosure Project, okay? That was an event held, I think 2001 or something, at the National Press Club in the USA, Washington, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And they just had I don't know, 50 witnesses, high-ranking military people, doctors, people that are to be believed, pilots, you know, and all of them had like their story that they said they're ready to testify in front of, you know, with an oath and everything. And those stories were like, holy shit, I mean, why would this old guy who used to be a major in the military and is about to die now come forward and tell this story? And he's not the only one, there are so many and they all kind of match up. So there always was this lingering, maybe there is something to it, you know what I mean, above everything. I remain skeptical, but I didn't disbelieve. And then today, there is this report that has been officially released. It's not been leaked as far as I'm aware. Where they talk about not only having filmed, like clearly filmed, unidentified objects in the sense that they do aerial maneuvers that you just can't do, like they're physically impossible for us, and they are detected to be physical objects. The military can detect that. You send a radar at it, you get a signal back, you know, you can check if an object is physical or just a fog or something. So they did that, they have all the data, and there are plenty of cases, and today, and they had released films like that before, you know, blurry video recorded from cameras on jets, basically, you know, military aircraft. And today they release it, they mention, at least in this report, that they have recovered like none of this world aircraft. It's just mentioned kind of in a side sentence. And it's like, what? What have you recovered? You know what I mean? This is absolute insanity, to be honest. I think Series X is cool. Game sounds super loud compared to your voice, though. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put the game down then a little bit. Sorry for that. I think I can adjust that actually in my little stream thingy here. Look, we're going here. Microphone louder. This one lower. That should be better. I hope that's better. Let me know if it's better. If not, I'll fix it somewhere else. So, I mean, the thing is, look, if they have recovered spaceships from another planet, you know what I mean? That's absolute... That changes everything, and it brings into question, when did they discover them? You know, is the stuff that we're having today... yes, the US military, by the way, Albert Torres. If today... You know, like, are the microchips that we're using basically originating from that? Things like glass, fiber, optic cables, and shit like that. Just things that suddenly, I mean, let's be honest, our technological development in the world has accelerated at an insane speed in the last 50 years, I want to say. So, you know, I mean, is there a connection? So it raises so many questions. It's a huge thing, and I hope it just doesn't just disappear, you know, because holy shit. And if it's really true, like, maybe that confirms what Bob Lazar said all along, which would be insanity. That shit is insane. If you're not familiar with Bob Lazar, then go watch his documentaries. I'm glad it's better, Otano. Thanks, man. Thanks for the feedback. So that's the one thing. All right, and now we're gonna jump to the Series X. Okay. It's the vehicles that Bon worked on. I'm thinking, you think they're going to show images? I don't think they're going to show images because it's been mentioned in a side sentence in this report. They don't want to make a big deal of this, you know. I mean, it's gonna be, they know it's probably going to be a big deal, but they want to keep it as small as possible because they don't want people. For example, one of the fears, if you read these reports that the government puts out in why this kind of information would be classified, is basically says that they want to avoid like a national panic, because people would start to question religion and stuff like this ultimately, right? You're like, hold on, if those ships are real, someone flies these ships, someone has a ship that flies through space or through distances we can't even imagine, lands here. Okay, so how did we get here again? You know, like, was that all again? Was it a coincidence that we're here? Did someone maybe... You know what I mean? It raises so many questions, and there's the risk of like social unrest with these questions. And that's the argument, at least, that the government used for a long time to not talk about it and to just silence it. Which, you know, It's understandable. As a government organization, it is understandable, but it's absolute insanity. Anyway, now they come out and they say, hey guys, by the way, just to let you know, we found UFOs. You know those ones that the aliens that you see in the movies, you know, that yesterday we still said they're bullshit. Those, we found them actually. You know, just to let you know. I'll just put it in that little note. What the fuck, man? It's crazy. It's absolute insanity. And it can have really big consequences. I wish they would share images. Oh my god. Because one of the things that they mentioned is like they want to move forward now. They used to be in secrecy with all that information. And now they want to move forward into an age of transparency. That's what they said. Okay, transparency. So like you said, where are the pictures then, please? Can we have some of those UFO alien head pictures, please? Because that would be transparent. That would be a transparent thing to do. If you could share some pictures of that. I mean, if the UFOs are here, where's the pilot? That's right. And that's another thing that's been rumored for a long time. People have actually come out and spoke about it. They said, you know, I've seen it. It's a thing. There are even videotapes, but of course people say it's fake. And you can always say this. You know, you could, with videotape, you could never prove that anything is really. Caleb Van Winkle is also back. Welcome, sir. Good to have you back. Will Smith punches the pilot dude, and that just destroyed his head. Welcome to Earth. I love that movie. It's a great film. UFO simply means unidentified object. Not that I believe in extraterrestrial life. Yes, but the thing is this. The thing is, that was true, and I would have 100% agree with you, Caleb, until yesterday. Okay, I would have said, look, there's crazy evidence that looks suspicious, but we have to remain skeptical. You know, it's just an object that flies. It could be a phenomenon that we don't understand, you know, through tectonic movement. We don't know. There's a lot of shit we don't understand. However, now they say, and let me quote it here, the Pentagon has reportedly found off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. Okay, so that involves a few interesting words, like made. It's been made. It's not, I don't know, a meteor with some interesting caves on it that might look suspicious. It's a made object. Someone made it. So that strongly implies that that person who made it, I don't know if they sit inside, you know, it could be like a drone type thing, who knows. But it's been made. And that changes the game, you know what I mean? That just changes the whole game. It changes everything. It's not unidentified anymore, at least that one that they have. That's not unidentified. Now it's an identified object. And we didn't make it, but someone made it. So, you know what I mean? We're looking kind of interesting right now in this story. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, people have been waiting for this. A lot of people, like UFO nuts. They used to call them UFO nuts, right? Those guys are crazy. You're like, what? UFOs? Are you crazy? That is insane. And you're right. It stands for unidentified... Oh, look at that double kill with the grenade. Popcorn. Oh, it stands for unidentified flying object. But oh, yeah. Oh, come on, another one. There's another one there, isn't there? There he is. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, that little millimeter. Did you see that? Holy shit. Anyway, we're moving on. We're not talking more about UFOs. Maybe later on. But I want to talk about the Xbox, and I have notes. Look, I have loads of notes, and we're gonna go through those, and hopefully it will be insightful. I thought to do like a whole dedicated video and all that, but okay. Anyway, so the Xbox event. Okay, this was the moment where Xbox should sell us the Series X. Okay, this was the moment where the world was watching. And where everybody was was open and saying, let's take a look, Xbox, you know? Uh-oh. Ha, she didn't even see me, look at that. That was the moment where the studios you bought should have given us an indication. And I know they haven't said that, you know, they've said there's more to come, and we haven't seen everything, blah, 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 blah. But this was the moment, the time to shine, okay? Where after this presentation I say, God damn, I'm considering to get this beast. My expectation, and I think, for example, the design of the Xbox is super interesting, like the thermal design they have and the overall design. I think it looks good. It's a powerful machine. Don't get me wrong, it's really powerful. I don't wish them anything. I don't own a PlayStation. I'm not a PlayStation fanboy, you know. I don't care about any of this stuff. But my point was, before we went into this presentation... oh, by the way, Spielekin, hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming back. Before we went into this presentation, my mindset was, what do we need to see, right? What do we need to see from Microsoft, from Xbox? They've done everything right? They've given us a Game Pass, lots of free games for a fair price, right? They make games backwards compatible. They bring the games from the exclusives to the PC, which is just a great, nice guy move, you know? It's just a move where you're like, you wouldn't need to do this, but you do it, like, awesome, man. I think Phil Spencer is like, seems like a genuinely nice guy. But what they need, they have everything in place. The hardware, everything. But not the games, okay? So, and this presentation was about the games. That was the expectation people had. Okay, so here we go. They open up with Halo Infinite. Have you seen Halo Infinite? I'm sure you have by now. It was hard to miss it. The ogre face meme. It's everywhere, okay? Look, I'm not a big Halo fanboy. I've never really played Halo. But that game didn't look good, okay? That game looked dated as hell, okay? And I'm not just talking about the graphics, which are crazy dated, but I'm talking also about how it felt, how it looked. It felt like Unreal or something. It felt like a mixture between Unreal and Destiny. And they're walking around on this planet in this new Halo Infinite, and I'm just like, this looks like Destiny, and it's like, they're like, it's kind of open world, you know, you can see an open world. It's like, yeah, like Destiny. Like and it doesn't even look as good as Destiny. Turns out, after the show, it was revealed that somehow the gameplay we've seen in that presentation was from, like, an early build. And actually, after the show, apparently, I didn't see this, but after the show, they showed something that was from a later build, and apparently that looked a bit better. Not much, but... So it's like, hold on. So here's your time to shine to sell us this console. And you're showing an outdated build? Oh, there it is. Do you know what I mean? It just makes no sense. And okay, if you don't have a better build, fine. But then afterwards, apparently you show a better one? You know, the spotlight is on you and you're not playing your cards, it seems like. So... And I was already looking at it, it's like, the graphics just don't look good. Then the second trailer was State of Decay. Don't know if you remember. Icy landscape, woman with a crossbow. And that was epic, right? That was a great trailer. Cinematic trailer. I loved when the wolf appeared, right? Just she'd see the eyes in the dark forest. And she just screams out of her fucking mind at that fox while looking him in the eyes. That fox is not coming, or like a wolf, not coming back, you know. It was just a great scene, powerful, but it's a cinematic trailer. You know, State of Decay 2 was like a buggy mess, okay? That game was, I mean, I didn't play it, had a friend played it there, saw it, watched videos. It was not a well-polished, good game where you're like, oh wow, that's like a strong first-party title from Microsoft exclusive. And now, okay, it's in the far distance. That's my point. It's not a game that we're getting soon. State of Decay 3 is going to be a long, long way off. Then Phil Spencer comes on, talks about Forza, and, you know, Forza is Forza. It looks great. In all fairness, all these racing games look great at this point. You know, it's just not much further to go from here with the current technology. It's all pretty much photorealistic, very close. So it looks great. If you're a Forza fan, awesome. Okay. Then Everwild. A lot of people spoke highly about Everwild. Again, it was kind of a cinematic trailer and it looked good. It's a little bit of like a Studio Ghibli vibe. But again, I look at it and like, do I want to play it? Like, it had like an indie vibe to it as well. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, dude, what we need, okay, we don't just need games. What we need is we need at least 2 titles on the level of Uncharted, Spider-Man, God of War, Last of Us, you know, Bloodborne, maybe even. These games are unique, you know what I mean? Bloodborne is a unique game in its way. I mean, yeah, you can argue the Soul series and all that, but it's a unique game in its way. It's a unique brand that stands for a very specific thing. So does Spider-Man. It looks great. It sets new boundaries, right? They have the new technology where you can see geometry in the rooms when you swing through the city, you know? New technology introduced, pushing graphics to new levels on consoles. God of War, we don't even need to talk about that game. Like, it's won all the awards. It's an absolutely epic game that is just way out there. Uncharted, I actually played those games myself. loved it. Like cinematic gameplay to the next level. So, you know, I'm sitting here in these Xbox presentation. I'm like, where are these games? Where is your Uncharted, your Last of Us? You know, just at least a teaser, a trailer. It's something that gets me mouth-watering about this. So they're moving on. Everwild, right? Indie. It looks like Studio Ghibli. It's not ugly, or it's not a bad game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it lacks the originality, the curiosity, and also for me at this point, the AAA level. I want to see AAA titles that I've never seen before, where Xbox is like, boom, you know? I mean, you remember, and the game turned out not great, but you remember the Watch Dogs reveal. That's what I want to see. You know, I want to see a game where I'm like, whoa, that is just, that looks epic and stuff. Nothing. So, Everwild. Then tell me why. I understand some teenagers might want to play this game. In the end, it looked like a freaking drama simulator, okay? Loads of animations. I understand that they have partnered with this small studio. I forgot the name, and they're all like kind of indie people. And people are working hard on these games, and I don't want to trash them or anything. It looks good. The art looks good, but it's not a game I want to play. And it's a lot like, I don't know, it looked a bit not very good. I'm going to start some trios here for a second. Okay, so at this point I wrote very big on my paper, graphics underwhelming. That happened in this timeline, right, where I was watching it and I was just like, everything I'm seeing is visually underwhelming. Like, it's pretty and stuff, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I've just seen The Last of Us 2. You know what I mean? That's where my head is at least one of those. Nothing yet. Then Ori and the Will of the Wisps. We all played it already. It's a good game, great game, but we know it already. Outer Worlds expansion. Next thing, where I'm like, why are we waste? Okay, this is cool and stuff, but can we just move forward? You know? Then the next one I actually quite enjoyed. Grounded. Everybody's saying it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids as a game. I'm not sure it's going to be exactly like this. I didn't really get it. It looked like a co-op experience, right? Where you were like 4 people and a bit like a battle royale. Only one person can survive in the end. Or like a survival game, like maybe like Left 4 Dead or something in this huge world where you're like a miniature little ant-sized person. So that looked cool. I like this idea. It didn't look very fleshed out in this particular trailer, to be honest. I was missing a few things. It didn't look anyway, but the idea is there. It's cool, so it's not bad. And that's a new IP, right? Grounded, cool stuff. Love also. It's also coming to Steam, by the way. So I'm like, it's the first game I'm kind of interested in. Guess I'm on Steam. You know, I'm not buying an Xbox Series X for this, because this is the why I'm watching this. I'm like, why am I buying an Xbox? Tell me, please, Microsoft. Tell me why. So they're moving on. Then new game from Obsidian. RPG game. Looks a lot like Skyrim. I'm sure you've seen it. It's called Avowed. And not to say, I mean, Skyrim was a great game. Not to say that I'd be ready for like a new Skyrim or whatever. But it's laggy. It's a laggy lobby, I can tell already. But it's like the stuff was like, the enemies, these skeletons, they just look the same. And then this one thing, I didn't know if you see it, but he's like at the sword, and then the other hand like a little enchanted hand to shoot like spells, you know. And it's just like, yes, that's what we've seen in Skyrim. So again, hey, Geda Peter, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I'm breaking down the Xbox presentation. So also that, you know, it didn't blow me away because of lack of originality. I'm not saying that might not be a good RPG, but I want to see something original. I'm like, please, Xbox, come on, man. Show me something real here. So, then, Interior Night, new studio, blah, blah, blah. As Dust Falls, also something I'm absolutely not interested in. A very story-driven game. A little bit along the lines of, God, what were they called? It's like a becoming of age story, you know, not a lot of gameplay. It's more like a story to experience. Cool if someone likes it. Then they move on to Double Fine. And here's Jack Black doing things together with Tim Schafer. And they're recording things for Psychonauts 2, which is a good surprise. But I lack the relationship to this game. So I'm not... It looks good. Like, it looks really like the original game, but I'm not hyped for that. So look how many games we already went through. And I don't know about you guys. Tell me in the comments, right? Was there one game that you were like, oh, I'm so hyped about this? I mean, because I wasn't. At this point, I was like, holy smokes, man. There's nothing coming. Then they move on to Destiny 2. you know, like a Destiny 2 expansion. It's like, yeah, that's coming to Xbox Series X. And I'm like, yeah, that came to my PC years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? Are we running out of steam here? Okay, so I was really scared. Then, awesome trailer. Pripyat, Chernobyl, Stalker 2. Okay, that shocked me. I didn't expect that. Okay, I was like, oh, that's cool, man, because I loved Stalker 1. I'm the jump leader, holy shit. I'm going, where am I going? Let's go here. Okay, we go here, sure, whatever. Let's do that. So, that looked great. Really dark atmosphere, like the radiated Pripyat, everyone's wearing masks, everyone is like apocalyptic. That looked really cool. Like, Stalker is a great franchise, and I'm happy they're working on a new one. No release date, again, no gameplay. Really, not really gameplay, but it looked good. It looked good. So that's the thing. What's your opinion on the Far Cry series? Okay, I'll address that in a minute. Yeah, I just want to quickly work through this because I want to conclude kind of the part about the presentation. Sorry, I'll do comments as quickly as possible. So, Destiny 2, new expansion, great. Then Stalker 2, awesome. And then the other thing that actually got me excited, which was Warhammer Darktide. It's like a co-op game. I don't know if you guys played Vermintide. Great game, great co-op game. A bit like Last of Us, Jesus. Left 4 Dead 2. A bit like that, but in a completely different setting. It's really, really pretty sweet. So, excited about that. So there were 2 games, right? Stalker 2 and this new Vermintide game. Then they're coming out with Tetris Effect. You know, and I was like, dude, I'm watching a presentation of exclusive new awesome games, and here you are giving me Tetris. So, oh, another one. 2 of them. Both of them down. God damn you guys, what are you doing? Oh, where's the other one? Oh, holy shit. Oh, I'm down. Who shot me? Jesus, this is out of control. So, Tetris Effect, and I'm just like, okay, we're basically done, right? We're done here. Another indie game called Gunk, which also looked okay, but again, I'm waiting for something to sell me the console. Murder mystery game, which actually looked quite cool. The Medium, apparently a lot of people knew about this. I wasn't familiar with this game, but it's like a murder mystery game. I hope it would be a bit more into the, direction of LA Noire or something, but it seems to be a bit more action. You can switch between worlds, dark and bright world. It's interesting, but it's, I don't know. I would have loved like a real murder mystery game where you might have like psychic powers, but you don't have this science fiction world switch. Anyway, it's fine. I'm not complaining. Then some Sega stuff. Then Remedy announced a new shooter thing like Crossfire X. And Remedy does not make shooter games, like this is actually quite a thing that Remedy makes a game like this, but also it lacked character, that you just look at it and it's like, yeah, that's Call of Duty, and then you look at the other one, yeah, that's like Skyrim, and you look at this and everything seems to be a replica of something else. This whole presentation, I mean, then in the end they did Fable and all that, and everything is included in Game Pass, which again is cool. They're doing all those things right. Yeah, Game Pass, right, good thing, but oh man, like, it's quantity versus quality. You don't see that many games in a PlayStation presentation. You see maybe 4, maybe 5 games, but 4 or 3 out of those 5 kick ass, and even as a PC gamer, you're like, yeah, I mean, I want that, I want to try that game. Not here, man, not here. So, in my opinion, that Xbox presentation, I mean, yeah, okay, I give, because Otano just says he gives Obsidian a lot of leadway, and I understand, you're right. You have to give them the leadway. They made great games, and they're really good at RPGs, but, you can nearly imagine it. You can nearly imagine, like, an Obsidian-developed game, we know how those are, and then pressed into a Skyrim costume, nearly. Worst case, and I obviously don't know the game, but I can really already see it. Where's the originality? I don't know, man. Like, where's the franchise? If you see a new trailer for a new Uncharted or for a new Last of Us, or you see a trailer for the Spider-Man game where you see him like web swinging through the streets and through shops, and you're like, how are they even going to do this in gameplay? But they somehow pull it off. And it just wasn't there, man. So it was, in my opinion, it was a massive failure, this whole show. It was a massive failure. They had a lot of games, but nothing that sticks. And that was the problem with the last three presentations that they did for E3 and stuff, Xbox. Nothing sticks, you know, nothing sticks. It's all just like indies and I was thinking like, look, surely Microsoft must notice this, right? Surely Microsoft can't be like, you know, we're really trying so hard, but we just can't get good games. Or like impressive games. Surely they know. So maybe, here's my theory a little bit, theorizing. Maybe they're doing it on purpose. Maybe they have a different strategy. Maybe they say, we don't need these high-end polished single-player experiences that PlayStation has. We don't need it. We have Game Pass. We have all these other titles. We have smaller games, you know, that are not as high-end and polished and maybe as big as like an Avengers movie. You know, that's how some of these PlayStation games feel in terms of marketing as well. We don't need it. We keep it small. We keep it personal. Support small developers. Have a big selection of games. Maybe that's what they're thinking, just to differentiate themselves. Because otherwise, like, how can they confidently put this presentation out there, you know? How can they even, without those big slapstick hammers, you know what I mean, that everybody's expecting. And it's so funny how the games media, the journalists, kind of talk their way around it. I've seen so many people being like, yeah, well, you know, I mean, Game Pass is great. It's a great thing, because they can't be negative, right? They can't say, dude, that was unbelievably bad. So they have to find the positives, and it was quite amusing to see quite a few of those games journalists struggling, trying to find the words for what just happened, and while remaining positive, of course. Contact over there, sir. Right there. Let me see if I can schnibber him. Schnibber. Don't know if you saw me. Where's the other guy? I think he marked another guy. Microsoft. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me read the comments here. 100 to 150 milliseconds delay. Sound is slightly out of sync. Wow. Okay. That is super interesting. Okay. It's this stupid camera. It is this camera that causes the slight delay. I could quickly restart the stream. Probably I'll do that, you know, guys, which is really annoying, I know. And I hope all of you are coming back. But I kind of want to have the sound in sync. But how much did you say? 100 to 150 milliseconds. So that's under a second, yeah? Okay, then we don't need to. Then we don't need to do it. That's fine. I love the Metro and Stalker series, so I'm looking forward to Stalker 2. Yes, man, me too. That is the one I'm looking forward to. But yeah, nothing that got me really hyped. Spielekin, Microsoft needs to be more creative minds. Things have become stagnant. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Honesty is exactly my thought. Like, everything lacks the creative punch. You know, the way Spider-Man, the way a lot of very popular games are executed. They're just very creatively executed. And you know what my theory is? So, look at... Oh shit, I'm getting shot at. That's dangerous. I'm getting shot at. I don't know from where. Look at Sony, right? Sony is a Japanese company. They are running their shit like a Japanese company. That means it's fucking serious. Okay, there's no fucking joking around. Look at those presentations. Look at those people working on the games, the software. That's not a bunch of fun-having guys. Those are a bunch of very hard-working people who try to deliver the best possible, because otherwise they might lose their job or their face, you know, because we're in Asia. Looking at Microsoft, we have Phil Spencer. You know, we've got loads of young, cool studios that are really funky and Western, and everything is groovy. And I can totally imagine that Phil Spencer is like, you know, guys, also take the weekend off. You know, it's fine, which I support. But it might as well lead to these kinds of results. You know, where the final polish is missing, that you kind of get from pushing that extra mile, you know what I mean? And of course we get all the reports, I know, like people are like crunching like crazy, and like riot games, people go on the streets and protest. I know, I heard all of it. I'm just saying, just talking about the results here, you know. It's just a theory. But let's see let's see. Maybe Microsoft has like things in the works that they just don't want to show yet, and in half a year or one or maybe even 1.5 years, they come out with like 3 killer titles that everyone is super hyped about. It's possible. But I think at this point, it's not really, there are not really a lot of gaps, are there? Like, of studios that we haven't seen anything from. It's not that there's like, oh, look, they also own these 3 studios that we haven't seen anything from. Most of them we've seen, so it would surprise me if any giant monster AAA title are being held back right now. Anyway, it was a freaking disaster in my opinion. And it's funny because I already made a video about the Ubisoft show being a disaster a few days before. It looks like I just want everything to be a disaster, but it's not true. I wish Microsoft would have shown us like 2-3 games. I mean, if they show us all the games they just showed us, great. But where the 2-3 games, if they would have just showed us those, that would have made up for the whole thing. I would not have said one negative word. I would have said, this looked incredible. I want to play this game. This looks awesome. But it just wasn't there, so... People don't get hyped. What's going on? Anyway. I'm going to need to grab another ice cold beverage, actually. So I don't know how long. How long is this going to take, this ridiculous game? I mean, the question is, how long do we take until we win, right? So how's the quality, guys? You guys have to blast up the quality, please, to 1440p, if you can. Down in the YouTube player settings, the little cogwheel down there. 60 frames. To be honest, I'm running the game at 55 frames myself right now. In the top left, I can see it. Warzone is a demanding game. But I mean, if that 55 frames translates to the stream, then, you know, that's cool. It's very cool. I've also found out, by the way, for Eda Peter, if he's still watching, why you can't, because look, boom, you just bring on the browser. Look, you're in the browser, you're reading the UFO story. There you are. Oh, who's shooting? Oh, my colleague shooting. It's on the roof. And it was because, it showed the desktop before, because I think I had the in-game highlights on for Call of Duty. So, oh, nice. Because, so NVIDIA, the streaming software was confused. It did not understand what I was doing, trying to capture the highlights and trying to stream and all that. So I think that's why that was. Now I switched off highlight function for this game and it just works fine. You can tap out, record your desktop, do anything you want really. But you don't have control over putting your webcam big. So if I want to hide my desktop, put my camera big for a moment. Come on, where's everybody? Where's everybody? I see what they want to do. Look, they just want to snipe. They want to sit up here. Wait, I hear shots from over there. Okay, let's do some sniping. But I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. Oh. You saw it. There he is. Come on, man. I want to get that hit from here. I want to get a headshot from that distance. That'd be pretty epic. Come on, now or never. I just saw him. Damn it. Okay. Should we go, boys? Should we move forward? Yeah? Someone right behind us? Yeah? Should we go? Okay. Sure, let's do that. We're gonna win this. We're gonna take this home. I've got a good feeling about this, guys. So... how many more are left? 48. 48 people left. 19 teams in some capacity. Still alive. So yeah, I mean, I guess the question remains, can you say something like, this is the end of Microsoft? Or you know what I mean? This is the end of Microsoft, is stupid, sorry. The end of the Xbox, or this is like the win at least for PlayStation, right? Where you're like, PlayStation's gonna take this baby home. Oh, we've got to hit the target in the zone. Okay, careful now. Sorry, I gotta focus for a moment. I don't know what you guys think. Is this gonna be... has this already decided the console war of the next generation? ...51 frames. I don't like this. I don't like it. I can feel it immediately. If I'm going under 60 frames, it's like... it feels not right. Not good. I need unlimited power. Okay, okay, okay. Just following him, just in case. Alright, that's not bad actually. Yeah, these guys are not bad because they keep staying in the zone. I have to open the window. It's super hot in here. Jesus Christ. There it is. Oh, good God. No, we're getting so much money. Look, I don't know where to spend it, though. Where can I spend it? Oh, wait, there on the other side. Yeah, so it's crazy, man. I really wonder what's gonna come out of this UFO spectacle that we got today. Because theoretically, it could change a lot. And you're actually right to say, like, if they say they have those vehicles, can we please see photos? Like, can we please get, like, a tour on YouTube of the alien ship you found? Can we, like, could we organize that, please? That would be good. Get someone to, you know, get Will Smith to do a freaking tour, you know what I mean? Or get Bob Lazar to do the tour, you know, he deserves it the most. With all these people over all these years, if that turns out to be true, you know, like if with all these people giving him shit, he's fake, man, he's just lying. Yeah, let him give the fucking tour, you know, in people's fucking face. Because it's annoying me how people are like not even open to the option that what he says is true. Where are the enemies? Did he mark them from above? Okay, I guess they're on top. I should go there too. I guess. Right, the electronics market. Could just grab a TV on the way out. Do I need a 4K TV? Is that something you guys have? Hey, Gustas 2004. Can we talk about the PS5 event? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. But I don't have it very present anymore. Throw me some things that they showed. Of course, I watched it. I mean, the Miles Morales thing, that's a big thing. And I see that everywhere popping up. Oh, yeah, I'm coming, guys. Coming. I'm here. I'm coming, guys. There it is. Let's go. The Miles Morales Spider-Man expansion, right? That was a thing. What else did we see there? Throw me some buzzwords. Perhaps the answer for Microsoft is to take a step back and actually listen to what the gamers really want. Well, to be honest, they're kind of... Oh, shoot. They're kind of doing that, you know? Holy shit, that was close. Because, look, the Game Pass, right, is something they do in favor of gamers. You know, you get a lot of games for free. Backwards compatibility. They don't need to do that. Compatibility with the PC. All the games, nearly all the exclusives come to PC as well. They don't need to do that. This is all stuff they do for the gamers. So, oh, that was close. So they do listen, but not when it comes to the games. They do everything right. That's why I'm so shocked. They do everything right until they come to the games. Then they F it up. You know? I mean, F it up is exaggerated, but you know what I mean. I think I made my points clear. By the way, I had problems with delay when I use this webcam in this streaming software. So if my shots are significantly delayed, or like my voice, right when I'm talking, like if it's literally like 4 or 5 seconds afterwards, then you guys need to tell me. Because that sucks. Like, I think I need a new webcam. That's basically it. I think it's just an old, ancient artifact that I'm using here. Okay, we're making it pretty far, aren't we? 30 players, 12 teams alive. Let's see. Oh, where is it? Contact, contact. Oh, over there, right. Holy shit. We take him out. Come on, it's far, but we can get it. Show me your face. Show me your face. There. Oh, that is a far distance. If I hit that, I'm gonna open another beer. Go now. Oh, motherfucker. I kind of need to see where the bullet hits, because on that distance it will drop. Oh, there he is. Low ammo? Excusez-moi, monsieur. God damn it, I don't have much sniper ammo. I just realized that. Shit. Oh, but there's a... Yeah, there's a thing. That's right. We want to go to the shop and buy some stuff in the shop. But I think there were players as well. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going a bit closer. Because I don't have sniper ammo, so it's not much I can do. We're going in. Okay, Robinstein, he really wants to kill them as well. He's horny for blood. Blood. Ah, those mofos in here. Come here, you fuckhead. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I know he's somewhere here. I know it. Okay, I kind of need to... Oh shit, we really need to move, don't we? I wanted to buy something. Ammo, can I buy ammo? No. Gas mask. I'll buy a gas mask. I'll probably need it right now. Run! Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I killed him, but that's not good, because I want to be... Not sure that was one of my teammates shooting. And we really need to move into the zone. Okay, you guys ready? Guys ready? Okay, we're not gonna take the car. Oh, well, we might actually take the... What kind of car is that anyway? Did you check this out? That's a fancy car. Guess we don't really need a car at this point. Can't get loot from that, can I? Like in regards to ammo? Oh yeah, it did give me some ammo for the... Oh, that's good. At least a few bullets. For the Sniper. The Sniper. Okay, we gotta go to the left. 16 players, 7 teams. Dangerous, we're too high. This is hot, 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 hot. And I don't like it. Oh, my hands are sweaty now. God damn it. I would just want to casually play and talk about Xbox. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, alright. But that was from another direction. That was... That was not the guy he marked. Holy shit, did you see that? It's like a rocket just flying past my head. Where are they? I don't know if they're on the other side or in this kind of trench. There he is, there he is, there he is. Okay, I know where he is. He's right behind that column. Let me see you, let me see you. Come on, buddy. You shot at me. Damn it. Okay, here they are. I know he's there. There he is, come on. Just show me your head. Show me your head. I think they're helping. Oh, he's down. Okay, that hit him, but he was already harmed. We're not bad here. We're on the very edge of the... Oh boy, yeah, well, you got it. Oh, behind us. Oh, no. Just when I say it. And I think the gulag is closed already, isn't it? Oh, no. Oh, no. And the the gulag is closed. We're spectating a little bit. I want to see how this pans out. Damn it. Sad, but we made it fairly far. Xbox seems to have the superior design. The tower with one big fan seems cool. That's true. I completely agree. That's really good. GTA 5 Remastered. I mean, GTA 5 Remastered really. It's like, why not also Skyrim? Like, on launch, Skyrim and GTA. Two games that were made in a different century, it feels like. I mean, I'm a huge GTA fan, don't get me wrong, but it's that's not a game I'm excited about. Did you not play that? Opinion of console design, both Xbox and PS5. I agree that the Xbox has the superior design. I think it will hold up a bit nicer because it's so iconic and so monolithic. I think the PlayStation design will kind of fall out of fashion fairly quickly. That's what I think, to be honest. Because it's like, if you do something that is too much in the kind of contemporary spirit of a design, then it often kind of loses its relevance quite quickly. I mean, it looks like a building somewhere in Dubai, so it's not bad. I don't hate it. I'm not appalled by it, but I think in terms of longevity, and here's the reason. Like I said this in another stream before, but the rumors were that Sony developed the PlayStation 5 and already gave it out to developers, right? To play around with it, put their games in it. And the developers came all back and they're like, just to let you know, when we are maxing out your hardware, the console crashes. You know, it always shuts down. It overheats very easily. So because of that, they went back and had to redesign the thermal components of the game, right? How do you of the console, how you cool it, how the airflow works, which Microsoft had nailed apparently. Let's see how it holds up in long term, but it looks like they built the thing around cooling, so that's good, that's smart. And maybe that's why we see this kind of odd design, I want to say, in the PlayStation, because they had to redo it. They're like, damn, dude, we need to show something in the next 4 or 5 months. Let's do something. And then they did it. They hired designers. Somehow that got the most votes. They had to rush the decision, and boom, there you go. You have a PlayStation that looks like a Wi-Fi router. It can happen if decisions are quickly pushed through and there's no time. So that's my suspicion. But hey, I might be completely wrong, and it might have been planned already years ago, and they loved the design, and now everything PlayStation is going to look like that. But in the bigger picture, let's be honest, it doesn't even fucking matter. It doesn't even matter, because look at what matters. What matters are the games. Okay, that's what matters. Nobody cares about the design. It could look hideous, the PlayStation. People still gonna buy it. There's the next Uncharted spin-off, you know, there's the next God of War, there's the next Last of Us 3, whatever they're gonna push at some point, you know. Or even like how many people are attached to the Souls series, right? Like Dark Souls, Bloodborne and all that kind of stuff. People, that sells the console, not whether it's white with a funky shape or a little box. So I think in the end, after all, I'm not saying the design is irrelevant, because there are a lot of people who just look at a post and they're like, oh, that looks good. But for the majority of purchases, I think it's really irrelevant, because people buy the games. They don't even really buy the console. But anyway, you can see it's a disaster. My drink is coming to an end. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm starting this game now, which hopefully works. And I'm going to refill my beverage and be back in about 1 minute. Don't get bored and don't run away. Peeps, I'll be right back. Alright, here we are again. I'm back. And I'm filling my ice cold beverage into my Darth Vader cup. That's where it goes, that's where it belongs. So it goes right in there. Oh boy, oh god, I spilled it over my keyboard. Oh, I might have just killed my numpad plus key. I hope I didn't. Oh no, this is a disaster. How can I test it? T? Plus, minus, 3, 6. Okay, it works. Oof, lucky. Spilled the beer over my keyboard, making a mess. There we go. Okay. I saw a comment about the size, right? Gustas 2004 said the size is so much bigger. The PlayStation, let me see. Let me just find out. PS5 versus Xbox size. I want to see that because I think it's true. I've seen it too, but I want to see the actual size. Oh, here you can see it. All right. I can show you guys. So you can actually see the PlayStation there is gigantic. And you can see the Xbox One X on the left, which was already big, right? The Xbox One X was already like, everyone was like, that's not a small console. Look at that beast. It's huge. And that would also speak for the theory I expressed earlier that maybe they had to kind of last minute change the thermal design. Do you know what I mean? And that's why it's so big, because obviously if you make a computer big, you have more room for air to flow through, and it's generally a bigger idea to have a bit space in your computer. That's why laptops overheat. So maybe the theory is really true. Who knows? But here we go. I guess, you're excited about the next gen GTA. It's gonna look like that. It's gonna look like that. It's gonna be like a blown up PC. All details to ultra version. Not even all details to ultra, because then they always try to hit those ridiculous 4K goals. Where they're like, yep, it's 4K, native. It's like, yeah, dude, nobody has a 4K TV, and if you would just do 240p, like 2K, at 60 or 120 frames, that would be better, but alright. Spielekin says, I'm looking to replace my PC rig with a budget of £1,000. What graphic card and CPU would I and the viewers recommend, please? Yes, please, everybody chip in. So, graphics card and CPU, right? That was your question. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Yes, graphics card and CPU. So, it's a hard one. At this point, it's hard to get around Risen, is it? Yeah, like you have to get an AMD Risen CPU because it's really cheap and it will allow you to blow more money on your graphics card, basically. That's kind of the thing. So it's a tough one because, for example, like right now, yeah, I'm streaming with an extremely high resolution, and I'm playing the game on a G-Sync monitor with 144 Hz, so it runs extremely smooth, but I'm streaming with absolutely no lag, and that's because I have a GeForce card, okay? You can use this GeForce experience. You can see here it's green, broadcast live. That means I'm live. And you can activate, deactivate at any time. And this only works with GeForce GPUs and GeForce cards. So those GeForce cards have some benefits. The GeForce experience generally is great. It does another thing. You go into your games. It optimizes them for you. It detects, oh, he has all these games installed. Let me optimize them. And you click them, and a lot of the games that I had, I used to run them in 1080p because I wanted the frames. I optimized them. Now they run in 2K with the same frames. Some stuff has been reduced, but I don't even notice it. Like, it does a good job at all this stuff. And I think the equivalent solution of AMD is not that great. So at the moment, I personally would be a Risen CPU and a GeForce graphics card. That's what I would like. I don't know, 1070 or something, or 2070 maybe. They are not that expensive, and if you have £1,000, The other thing is G-Sync, right? AMD has FreeSync. I'm aware of it, but I heard from a few people that a G-Sync is the superior solution just in terms of like the outcome. The image is clearer, the image is smoother, you have even less tearing. It's a better result because there is like a little computer. Look, I'm not completely in this, but there's like a little computer inside the monitor, this G-Sync monitor, that communicates directly with the DisplayPort cable with your graphics card, right? So it's like it's synchronizing the monitor with the graphics card, so there's zero delay, zero latency, and 144 frames are displayed in real time. AMD FreeSync, I heard it's fine, and it's probably more common, right? Like G-Sync is a quite specific thing. But again, like with the G-Sync, with the GeForce Experience option, you know, like recording videos as well. I want to do a video for YouTube. Oh yeah, quick, let me record. Boom, it's running. The convenience, that's why I am saying NVIDIA graphics card personally. I don't know what other people might recommend or say. And there are different reason ones. I mean, generally, what's really useful is check out videos from Linus Tech Tips. That would be kind of my advice, because it's very insightful. They build a lot of PCs, you know, so, and there are a lot of videos like budget PCs, you can mid-range PCs, and the very recent, the best mid-range PC 2020. Watch all that stuff. You're gonna get a good idea, and then I think you can make a quite informed decision. But are you gonna build it yourself, Spilikin? That would, because I brought a friend over to help me build it because I'm not that confident in building it. But if you can, that's epic. That's pretty good. I'm just waiting to get into a heist now in the bottom right corner. Do a little bit of a mission, maybe. Holy shit! Did you hear that? That shot. Shots echoing through the walls, through the air. How many people are on this server anyway? 14. That's not too bad. I could also just quickly... here we go already. Just thought I could quickly go to some place I have around the corner. Oh, I hope it's the actual heist. Let it be the heist. We can all make money. Is it the heist? Launching. Thinking. Calculating. So what I'd be curious about, like if the stream now, let me just check this out. What does it say? Does it say I'm now playing?
So we're good to go, I think.
Cool, it is the heist. I'm now playing GTA because I think this is another thing that this GeForce Experience recognizes. It recognizes what game I'm playing and just automatically switches. Like I think I don't need to switch in YouTube that I'm playing a different game now. Loads of small convenient things. But you know, streamer stuff. That's streamer stuff. I don't know if you're into this stuff, whether you even need it.
Jump into the labs, set off the EMP, make their way toward the information we're after while the power is down. Chopper crew holds position in the air, deals with incoming security teams. Once the ground crew has what we're after, you coordinate an evac and meet my contact with the file. Are we clear?
Are we clear?
Remember, if we never meet again, we never met at all. I love you all, which is why it's best we pretend that nothing happened. And if it did happen, it wasn't me, and it wasn't me because I was never here. Stay strong. I love you all. Love you. And that's how we don't get caught doing naughty things.
Okay. How much do I get? What's my job? Oh, I'm down here. Yeah, sure. Oh, look, he's sharing money. Share some money with me, sir, please. Yeah, he is sharing the monies. Oh, he's sharing the monies. That's great. Let's go. I'm gonna say thanks. Good man. I don't really know why I need money in this game, to be honest, but it's good to have some. It's good to have some. So yeah, I wonder if it now says like GTA, playing GTA. I hope it switches that automatically in YouTube. God knows. So here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Earlier I wanted to talk about this and then I kind of got interrupted. Like whether this is like the end of the console war already for Xbox, because there's just no content there really. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure, because again, like maybe in 1.5 years all these studios had a bit more time, and then Xbox comes out with like 2-3 incredible exclusives, or at least announces them, and then they kind of pick up. Like one thing to mention is like the PS4, for example, also I think had a quite poor lineup, if I remember, like launch lineup. So, you know, maybe there's hope. But it just feels... Oops, I have to turn down the volume a little bit. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. You have to tell me, yeah, if this is game is too loud, let me know. I can quickly adjust that. It's no problem. So they can totally come back and still have like that catch and all that. But to be honest, I don't see it happening, because it didn't happen with the Xbox One. It was, ironically enough, exactly the same story on the Xbox One, wasn't it? It's like they made the console and then they were lacking the really cool exclusives, and then people were waiting and they were like, yes, Xbox, you know, a lot of fans, and it just never came. I mean, of course you get all the titles you get on all the other consoles, but, and on PC, but the exclusive never really came. Like, what a crazy thing that actually is, right? That there was a whole console generation from Xbox pretty much without any exclusives. Yes, Forza, yes, Halo, but I'm talking about groundbreaking, you know, again, Uncharted, Last of Us level, Spider-Man, God of War level games. Just never came. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I find that unbelievable. What is happening there behind the scenes, right? What is happening there? By the way, it happened before that the stream, after a while, not only sound desynchronizes, but also the stream just stops at some point. At some point, this software now we are back at GeForce, aren't we? This I think they, you know, it's I'm not saying it's beta, but I think it's not all done yet. This kind of GeForce Experience interface. So at some point it crashed. Always when I did like an hour or 2 hour stream, at some point it just cut it off. So if that happens, if I'm suddenly just gone, please let me know in the comments, because otherwise I probably won't know. And just keep streaming. Hold on. I need to turn on the comments, don't I? How do I do this? Here we go. Oh, here we go. Akash Kumar, sorry for reading your name wrong. Hi, watching from Chicago, Vincent52. This is epic, dude. Akash Kumar, hi from India. This is awesome, man. This is great. How's everyone? Yeah, what's going on in Chicago, dude? I've seen a video today from Chicago. It was super disturbing, dude. Like, woman with man and child get out of car. Car drives by, shoots that woman, right? She drags herself. I don't even want to repeat it because it's so morbid, but it ends in her dying, and it's like, what the hell, man? I mean, apparently the video was 3 years old. I think it was 3 years old, and someone posted it, and you know there are a lot of people agitating shit out there. But it was scary nonetheless, so I hope you're safe, bro, in Chicago. I hope everything is well over there. And hi to India, India as well, man. Akash Kumar, this is absolutely epic, man. I don't think I ever had, like, a viewer from India that kind of pointed out that he's from there. That's really cool. It's really awesome. I really want to go, to be honest. I want to visit India. Some friends who lived there for a while, so they told me a lot of stories. It must be quite fascinating, you know, especially for, like, a European, where everything has to be organized and clear, and then you come to, like, so my wife is Chinese, you know, so I've been to China many times, so I'm a little bit familiar with kind of the chaos, you know. There's a kind of different mindset to doing things, I would say, in Asian countries as India, you know, Vietnam, China, and it follows a slightly different, more chaotic pattern, which is fascinating for someone like me, coming from Europe. But yeah, good to have you guys around. I'm very happy to have such a diverse audience, man. Really cool. Yeah, and what's up in Chicago, man? I mean, to be honest, I have no idea about the stories we're hearing over here from the US in general. It is scary stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is scary stuff. It is scary stuff. But maybe it's just how the media reports about it. Maybe they are just showing the worst things, and the truth is everyone's kind of just living their life, and every now and then you have a weird thing happening. But, I mean, what we're seeing here is disturbing, to say the least, really. So, yeah. I hope everything will pan out fine, man, for everybody. I don't want anyone to, you know, get hurt or shit to go down. If you know what I mean. Shit's going down. And to be honest, I think we're gonna see stuff like we see in America right now in other countries as well. Oh, someone just left. Why would anyone leave? Why would you leave, bro? Why? Maybe his game crashed or whatever. Benefit of a doubt, but... leaving, that ruins it for everyone. Pretty quiet out here, though. Okay, you see, that's the thing. You gotta be careful with this kind of shit. Because America is like the US is a huge country. And just because you see riots here and protests there, doesn't mean that this whole big country is one big protest. You know, a lot of people are living very normal lives. While protests maybe don't happen far away, but it's not really impacting us. So... it is always, you know, an interpretation of the truth that you see here, especially when you're so far away. When you sit in Europe and you guys in the US, I'm always very careful on Twitter and stuff. I see things. You can easily think, oh my God, everything is a nightmare. Probably on the large scale it's not. But yeah, anyway, going into the elections, that's going to be interesting. It was in November, right? Spilikin says, thanks for the advice, niece. That's fine. I'm very happy to help. I've built my last 3 rigs. Oh, yourself. Getting older and lazier, though. So I go with a pre-build. Looking Ryzen 7 2700X and a GeForce. Yeah, I think that sounds good. 2060. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. That's exactly a good combination. And then, you know, little amenities. Like, for example, something my friend, when he kind of helped me put this PC together, one thing he forced upon me was like M2 SSDs. I don't know if you heard about this, but it's a cool thing. It's not even that crazy expensive at this point, not anyway. I'll explain it really quick. I'm sure you're familiar with it. But basically, you have your motherboard, and then you have an SSD that is not connected to like an external slot or something. You know, it's directly stuck into the motherboard. It looks a bit like a RAM chip or something. It's this long. And you stick it in the motherboard, and it's like, I don't know, a terabyte of storage SSD, but it's M2 SSD, so you have incredible fast reading and writing times because it's literally stuck into the board. You know, it's a direct communicator. So that's something I would consider as well. That's a cool little gadget. You have your operating system on it, you know, some of your favorite games on it. Everything runs faster, smooth loading times. If you do video editing, you just edit 4K in real time, pretty much, you know, because of the high access rates. So the MK, an M2 SSD is also something I maybe would consider, to be honest. I need a graphics card as well, but you know, I'm kind of hoping the whole Bitcoin mining thing dies down a bit and I can buy like a nice 2080 Ti or something beastly like that. But I'm not willing to spend 1,000 coins on it.
After that, you need to deliver the EMP here. We're gonna borrow a helicopter from here.
What are we doing? What's happening?
Right, great, good. Call me.
How are we doing this? It's such a shame. Would have gotten a really good payout from that previous mission, and then that guy left. It's such a shame. But I know that some people have problems with GTAOnline crashing. And that's the problem when you're in the lobby and hard, please. When you're in the lobby and then the game crashes, it crashes it for everybody, basically. It's a shame. But yeah. That's that. Can you use cheat codes? What? Like in GTA or what? I'm not using cheat codes, bruh. This is online, so I wouldn't even dare to touch this code or put anything in the folder that doesn't belong there, because I think they're very strict. Rockstar are pretty strict in banning hackers if they catch you and if you get reported a lot. So I never hacked in my life. I know. I mean, we had funny, of course, single player cheats that we had when we were younger, like big head cheats in GTA 3 and stuff, where you run around with giant heads. Funny. We thought it was funny, and it kind of was. But no, hacking, I'm not doing that, man. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. If that's what you meant. Maybe you meant something else and I'm just an idiot. That's also possible. Okay, so we're stealing the Hydra. That's a great mission. If you guys haven't seen this, that's a great mission. Really cool. Like, you know, this is oh shit, stuff I want to see in more games. And also, like, GTAOnline was so groundbreaking with those heists they had nearly from the beginning. You know, stuff like where two guys go in the prison, one guy steals the plane, then he flies the plane, then he lands the plane, the two guys from the prison enter and you escape. It's like a real heist in a real open world. Why do other games not really do that so much? You know, I don't get it. Like, it's such a cool experience to, you know, one person does a different thing and in the end everything comes together, and only if everybody did a good job or something like that. I want to see that more, kind of like GTAOnline does, but for some reason don't see that a lot in multiplayer games. At least I don't. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Jesus. Noobs. Bloody noobs. Oh god. Oh good god. Hey, no worries, man. Really glad to help, Spillikin. I appreciate you being here, so it's all good. Seen it before. Yeah, no, I know. People can do it. It's not that you can't. There is this thing, this beast mode. I don't know if when you become a beast, then it already hunts you, and then you can jump really high and really far. But I don't think that's possible really in the regular game of book of rules of this game, I want to say. So I'm sorry, we're not going to jump. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a little dingy boat. And we're going to drive out to the sea, and then we're going to go into a military aircraft carrier. And we're going to steal their fancy little aircraft, the one that everybody wants that can start vertically. That's the one we're going to steal. And you can see the aircraft carrier over there. That's where we're going. So again, if you haven't seen that mission, it's pretty flashy. It's a cool mission. And keep in mind, like, this kind of shit they released pretty much with the game. You know, when the game came out, that was there. That was, what, 5 years ago? 5 freaking years ago, they did these really interactive, collaborative missions. You know, that's why Rockstar just kicks ass. Because they are just, like, just pushing it to the next level. And, again, Xbox. That's stuff that I'm missing. Why does Xbox not have a game like this? Fantasy world, some kind of thing, and you have these kind of cool collaborative missions. One guy has to drill the safe, the next guy has to fly the chopper or the drone, the next guy has to shoot the entrance, and everybody, you know, just like something that's creative, that's a bit more out there, man. Fucking Xbox, Jesus Christ, makes me upset. Shit gets me upset. Really does. Oh shit, I quickly have to check something. I'll be right back, won't be long. Look at that. We're even getting a little cinematic camera there. There is the aircraft carrier. We're getting closer. Yeah, it's a strange time now to build a PC. I've heard a few people who were struggling to get parts and things for obvious reasons. But I'm sure maybe by now it's probably cooled down a bit because we work with China quite a bit. So I know that China has really rolled back to normal, like they're really operating nearly as normal again. So that's where the stuff comes from, do you know what I mean? If they work, we get graphic cards and CPUs and shit. Okay, let's do it. Let's take this old place over. So we're inside the aircraft carrier. Let's put the mask on. What mask do I have? Gas mask. Okay, sweet. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ploink, 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 ploink. Oh, you don't sterben. Oh, you don't die. Jesus. Didn't want to die. Oh, there goes the alert. But we are extremely professional, so this is not a problem. So I think, in my personal opinion, I mean, this stuff is really cool, and I'm a bit sad, you know, when they do a really cool re-released version of for the PlayStation now, and they especially announce the remastered or whatever version of GTA 5. Why don't they? I hate to say exclusive, but why don't they add like some specific content? It's like the blah blah edition, you know, and maybe even remaster textures or something. Do something that does something except being the same game, basically, you know, because it's the Skyrim thing at this point. Funnily enough, if you think about it, GTA was the Skyrim thing from the beginning, like on a crazy level, in the sense that they released the original game for the first time. I mean, it's a new GTA, you have to imagine, it's a big deal, on the Xbox 360 and PS3. So people buy it there, everyone's hyped. Oh, I need to get my hands on this new incredible GTA game. Then they release it on the PS4, right? And the Xbox One. Everyone's like, oh, look, the graphics are so much, I got it. So people buy it again. Then they release it on the PC. Everybody buys it again. So they launched this game effectively 5 times on 5 platforms, you know what I mean, on 5 different platforms. So that's crazy. That's such a smart move, and they're milking it, and now they're trying to launch it again on the next platform. But hey, you know, don't know how many people really want. Okay, I'm getting the Hydra, which is this cool airplane, which everybody wants. Oh, stop shooting at me. Oh, here we go. Oh, oh. I hope these guys can fly, because we're gonna fly with those aeroplanes. Those jets. Aeroplanes is the wrong word, isn't it? It's not an aeroplane. It sounds wrong. Okay, look at them like sheep. They're running around. They're like, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'll get the Hydra. So that's the Hydra. Expensive, cool aeroplane. The military is going to be very upset that we're stealing it. No, you don't, bro. You're too late. Let's go. Okay, we're moving in. We're moving in. Dude, F off. Okay. Peace, dude. He's not happy that I took the Hydra. He wanted to fly. But why don't you walk to the Hydra then, you idiot? If you want to fly the Hydra. He's angry. He's an angry man. But hey, you know, a lot of people are angry these days. So here we go. I hope they're helping me. Why are they not helping me? What the hell is going on? What are they doing? Cannot kill all those airplanes alone, I would say. Or can I? Maybe I can. Let's find out. Yeehaw! That's a lot of airplanes, though. Okay, we're doing that. I just gotta stay out of the radar of the other guys. It's a bit tricky. Look, they're not helping me. You see this? They all stay on the boat now. Because I didn't let him fly, I think. They're very upset, but it would be hilarious if I managed to kill all the planes myself, alone. And then I finished the mission and they didn't help. Oh, that would be so funny. I hope that's what's gonna happen. It's not easy, but let's see. Okay, okay, a few blips disappearing from the radars. We're fine, we're doing well, we're doing well. They're all on the boat running around like idiots. I don't know what the hell are they thinking. What kind of behavior is that, right? You play this mission, then someone else takes like a plane and then you're all crying on the boat like, "You took my plane. We're not playing anymore." I love that actually. When they're like 12 years old or what? Look, it's the last one we did it. What a freaking bunch of morons, bro. Nah, anyway, let's finish the mission. Jesus, good God, man. Complete. I mean, if they want to be really salty now, then they quit the mission now. If they go out, I did everything for nothing. Which would be also hilarious. Like, how salty can you be? What a bunch of goons, man. Unbelievable. That's a good chance to read the comments. Just flying around. Ah, there's no comments. Why is nobody writing comments? What's up with you guys? You guys so quiet. You can throw me some questions, you know. How'd you hear that? It's Friday night. Oh, he killed himself. I'm sure he killed himself. He killed himself. You guys are amazing. I love it. I love it. This is so cool, man. I love it. Like, what a salty dude. What a salty dude. I swear to God, he had no reason to die. Oh, but oh my God, he's like, I'm playing this for the first time. But he wants to fly the Hydra. What? Oh my God, you know, that's the worst thing in GTA. These kind of cocky little low-level guys. I mean, they're not even that low-level, but if they never played this, then... Jesus Christ, man. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna have to take him out. Anyway... Or should I just let them do it now? Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. I'm curious now. Here we go. Okay, guys. Do you want to get the cool airplane, yeah? Cool. So go for it. Let's see how that ends. I've got a bad feeling about this, if I'm honest. Alright. If he wants the funny airplane, he can have the funny airplane. I want to see the start. Let's see if he messes it up. Let's see. He has fucking no clue. He has no clue what he's doing. I love these guys. They're like, no, I can do everything by myself. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Monkey balls, man. Holy shit. Anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? we just gotta live with it. Okay, let's go. Let's take a plane for fun. Help them a bit. Let's see how they manage. Oh, good God. They should watch my top 10 good ideas for noobs in GTA video, which I released a week or two ago. Because that gives you some useful tips how to not be a complete idiot, which they're kind of being right now. But let's see. Maybe he manages and everything will be good. Everything will be fine. Let's remain optimistic. Okay, here we go again. There's the next wave. It's not that many even you saw. I killed them all by myself. Holy shit, I tell you, there's people like doing shit outside my window. There's people smashing something or something. Let me quickly check this out. What's going on there? What's going on? Oh well. Nobody could have seen that coming. Nobody could have foreseen that this guy is not able to fly this airplane and then safely deliver it. But you know, it's like I have such a weird relationship with this game because like as frustrating it is and you have to restart and do it again and you're like noobs and stuff. But I always find it amusing. Like, I'm still having a good time. I guess because it's very undemanding. You know, you just kind of play along. I've played these missions so many times, so there's really no challenge. It's really just about what all these people do. And like these guys who tried for the first time, it's kind of amusing to watch that take place. And again, he's like, no, I'm going for the Hydra. I'm doing it again. I want to have the... Instead of like being smart and be like, dude, can you please just... deliver the Hydra? I was like, no, I'm doing it again. I'm a cool guy. That is, generally, is that not like the massive problem with so many people in general? Like like, look at him, starting the Hydra like that. He will never land the Hydra safe after we killed all the jets, never. There's no way. But people overestimate their own abilities. Is that not like a massive problem that you see everywhere? I see that shit everywhere, man. Everybody thinks they're the freaking biggest monkey in the cage, honestly. Ah, Jesus. Let's go. Let's do a bit of flying. It is funny, yes. It is funny. I agree. It can get frustrating after the 15th restart, but... There we go. There we go. Well, you know, I'm patient with those noobs. You gotta be patient with them. No, I mean, don't judge them too harsh. And don't, like, you know, a lot of people get, like, salty and in the chat. Just, you know, because I always, like, think people being salty in the chat and like, hey, noob, can you just, like, get it done, you idiot, blah, blah, blah. Getting personal and a lot of, like, kill your mom and all these horrible comments. It's like, great, bro. Look, what have you exactly achieved? You're slightly better than someone else in, like, this video game. You know, like, congratulations. Like, kind of stick your arrogance up your ass. You know what I mean? Like, don't act like you're someone who's achieved something because you're good at the video game. I mean, look, if you're a high-end competitive gamer or whatever, maybe, yeah, it's an achievement, you know? You're much better than everyone else, but these kind of casual people acting out just because you're good at GTA, like, fuck off, mate. Gotta be patient with noobs. Bring them in. It keeps the game alive as well. Be, you know, as respectful as you can. Patient. Look at that. We're getting a nice sunrise here. We failed so many times that the sun is coming up. That's quite lovely, actually. There it is. Okay, let's see if you can land the Hydra. And now the next question is, can they actually manage to fly without dying? Because now you just need to fly to the north. Sounds easy, but you would be surprised how many people die in this part of this mission. Just flying to the north, landing this one airplane. People die. A lot. Because I think they get bored, right? They fly around and they're like, oh, let me just do like this one maneuver under this bridge. Mission failed. Do it all again. Happens all the freaking time, man. All the freaking time. Anyway. Quick two questions. Sure. Here we go. Spielekind. What's up? What was the first game you ever played and on what platform? Also, what was your favorite game of all time to date? Ooh. Oh, okay. The second one is hard. I'm going to start with the first one. That's easy. It was a game called Gorillas on an 486 old PC. And basically the game was very pixelated. It must have been around the time, like before Doom came out, like a few years before Doom came out. And it was like you have two little sides and you have to type in an angle and the strength. And then one gorilla throws a banana and depending on the angle and the strength, it's like it flies a certain angle, so you have to get less strength, more angle and stuff. And you have to hit the other one, and it's always in changing. You can Google it. It's, you know, it's your turn, then it's his turn, then it's his turn, so you're changing turns all the time. And it was a fun game. I played it with my father and my brother. I think my father kind of gave it to us when we were very young because it's, you have to put in an angle and a strength, and you have to consider the wind. He failed. No, you failed. I told you. There's the freaking evidence. You see what I mean? All they have to do is land this one plane and deliver it. Nope. No, they can't do it. Noobs, they just can't do it. It's hard, man. It is hard. So that was the first game. But the truth is, the real game that I really played extensively, competitively, nearly, wasn't good, but I tried, was Quake. Quake 1. I remember meeting my friend and we brought our PCs together. And at that point, believe it or not, like you would connect COM ports to play against each other. So that means it's a printer port, right? It's like a port that's like this wide and this thick. It's like a really thick old printer cable, and you'd like plonk it into your computer, then you plonk it into your friend's computer, and then you run into Windows 95. There was a tool that was called PC Direct Connection or something. You run that and it connects those two PCs as a network through this COM port, and then we could play Doom against each other one-on-one. We could play Duke Nukem 3D. But once Quake came out, that changed it. Because Quake had a dedicated multiplayer tool mod that was called Quake World. It came out a bit later, but it was, for that time, extremely well optimized netcode. So on slow modem and ISDN connections, you could suddenly play this game against each other. It's called Quake World. You can Google it. It's like... people remember it, not only me. Anyway, so I played that, and I used my ISDN connection that my parents had on my really slow computer at the time. Hold on, let me check this. I just think they're smashing windows. I really just... No, it's his car. It's his car. False alarm. He smashed his own car. He has a key. So Quake World was the thing, and that, I mean, that was really the thing when you, like, everybody brings their PCs out and you carry them around to each other, and they rented community halls in villages to bring all your friends. I remember I had one birthday, my parents, it was like my 16th or something, like a fairly big birthday, and my parents were like, so what kind of party do you want to do then? And I'm like, yeah, well, how about like a LAN party? Like, we just game. They're like, okay, that's cool. So the plan was to put it out on, it was in summer, to put it out on the terrace, right? All the PCs, outdoor LAN party, epic. Well, turns out it rained, so everybody put their PCs in the house, and it was crazy, man. It was like 3 floors, basically, full with PCs, every single room. It was a mess. My parents were there in parts, but they kind of accepted it because it was my birthday. And you know, these gamers, they are like easygoing people. They don't destroy stuff. They don't really get drunk or anything. So that was a thing. And then we played Quake like crazy. And then we started to play on the internet. And it was like, fucking hell, man, we can play through the internet. You know, I don't even need to carry my machine to your home anymore. I just log into this thing, and it was like a revelation. And that kind of really did it for me. Oh shit, I gotta watch out, they're idiots, they're gonna fly into me. Where are they? Gotta keep distance from their blips on the radar, just to make sure. Oh, they fly very low, that's also very dangerous. Anyway, I hope they're smart enough to not die again, this time around. Quake was good. And then, favorite game of all time. It's hard, man. I tend to say Quake. What is he doing? What is he doing? Why is he flying so close to me? Look, you see how they fly maneuvers down there? And they because they're bored. That's how we're gonna do it all again in a minute, because they are unable to just let it go. Just deliver the plane. Be professional. Nope. Gotta act like an idiot. So I am kind of tempted to say Quake is my favorite game of all time, because I played that a lot, and then also Quake 3 Arena, I played that a lot, but then also I played Call of Duty a lot, I played this game a lot, GTAOnline. It's hard to say just this one game, you know. It's really hard. Like, for example, Modern Warfare 1, like Call of Duty 4, was such a good game on so many levels. And then Modern Warfare 2 was a great game. Like, that could also easily be my favorite game of all time. I love Modern Warfare 2 so much. So, it's hard to pinpoint. What's yours? I'm really curious, speaking. What's yours? Have you ever had a console called Sega CD? Yeah, the Sega CD, was that not the, yeah, let me think about this. I heard about it, yeah, but it wasn't, just a different name for the Mega Drive. It wasn't that, because I think in Japan the Mega Drive came out at a different name. Was that Sega CD? Oh, he committed suicide, there we go. One more time, one more round. Roll it all again. The noobs have crushed on the floor. You know, well done, guys. They're doing a good job. But yeah, but the thing is also, like, a lot of my friends, and even I used to play all those games like Quake and whatever. I'm not that much into retro. I'm not like a huge retro gamer, you know. I like technology, and that's why I like new graphics card. I like games that push the visual limit. Should I maybe, let me ask them kindly if I maybe should just take the Hydra. Just kindly. Maybe they have enough at this point as well. Let me just say this. Should I maybe take the Hydra? this time? No, probably not. It's like crazy false confidence. Hi, das doing fine. This is going fine. Don't try to make changes. Never. Never change a winning system. I love these guys. They're amazing. Yeah, but I don't own a Sega CD and I don't have a Sega CD. But I do watch videos like Angry Video Game Nerd and stuff where he tries out these things and has fun with them. I do like it. And I did play them, you know. I did play Super NES. I never had one, but my friend had one. So I did play all. I had a Game Boy. I never had like a Sega Mega Drive or anything. But again, I was always a PC kid. So that's for me. That's how I was brought up with the PC. It always was that. So, I guess. Just not a big console gamer, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking to kind of maybe take a step back and do a PlayStation 3 or something, you know, go back and do... Oh boy, oh, what? Who? Hold on, no, he's shooting at me. Oh, he got me. Oh, this is not good. I'm gonna have to jump. This is the only way. This is the only way to survive this. Poof! He hit me hard. I didn't see that coming. Okay, it's on you boys now. Let's see if they can make it all by themselves. I just find the console wars fascinating. I'm sitting on the side with like a bag of popcorn and enjoying the whole thing. I won't buy a console. I have no need for a console, but I find it super, super fascinating. And what I really appreciate about this generation at the moment is that both consoles really are quite powerhouses compared to previous generations. You know, they really have more power than was allocated in previous generations. So that's a good thing. And that also helps PC gaming. Right? Because better games on consoles, developers can go more crazy on for console ports. So those ports swap over to the PC. We get more detail on the PC as well. I think that can only be a good thing, you know. So I'm not really in the console wars or hating on this and that. I just find it curious. And if I see this presentation, like from Xbox yesterday, or the day before yesterday, just makes me cringe, man. Because E3, as a gamer, you know, I love video games. So E3 and these kind of key presentations of these developers, I love those. I watch those every year. You know what I mean? I watch them every year and religiously. And every year I kind of hate them because it's just a big advertising campaign. But anyway, I enjoy watching them, and I really. And then when I see something like today, it's just, or like a few days ago, it's just poor. You know what I mean? It's just poor, and it makes me a bit sad because there's all this power behind Microsoft, and all this power behind Xbox. And they really could make a big difference. They could really pull off things, but then for some reason, it feels like the last curve, they just don't get it. They're missing the last curve for some reason. The last meters. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe some people disagree. You know, if you're a hardcore Forza and Halo fan, I'm sure you're going to disagree. But it was underwhelming. And I mean, Jesus, man, the meme, right? You've all seen the kind of orc face, grunt face. I think it's called a grunt, right, in Halo. The grunt face meme. I'm sure that's not what Microsoft had in mind that people would share after this presentation. Everyone is like grunt face with like crying eyes and shit. It's funny. We can bring it up. I'm sure it has a hashtag, doesn't it? Grunt face. Let's bring it up while we're flying around. Halo meme. Ah, look, it hasn't found its way into the the Google algorithm yet. If you type in Halo meme, it's still old. Blue versus red memes and stuff. Halo Infinite meme. That must be it. Ah, there's one. What do we have here? Let me see some of those dirty memes. Oh god, this browser is just disaster, isn't it? Am I dying? No, we're fine. We're fine. Just correcting the course. Everything's fine. We could land this freaking thing. Oh. We did it. This is incredible.
People, go to work.
The fight, Craig. Yeah, did you see that? Did you see that shit? You know what I mean? I cannot, can I? This is such a bad browser. I really want to show this a bit bigger. Did you see this in the Halo presentation? They were trying to be all epic. I don't know what he said. It's like, it's not trying to be a Spartan and go out. And it just was like, it's not right. It doesn't feel right. Like, of course, some people get it right. You know, if you see, I don't know, some of Endgame and Thanos speaks or whatever, you have like amazing animation and it just really is like intimidating and epic. It just lacked all that. Just lacked it. I mean, it's not unrealistic, right? If you would imagine a grunt without any uniform, right? You just take it all off, right? The grunt. I mean, here's the original meme, right? Look, he's wearing a big uniform. You take it off, might look like that. There's no need to be upset. Oh God, good God. Oh my God, you know. Infinite disappointment. Optimized for the Series X. I mean, people are going too far. I don't want to be that rude, but it's funny, you know, it's funny. I don't want to be just crazy hating. But we're getting good memes out of it, you know. That's another thing, right? This whole sequence in the beginning. Yeah? Did you let's watch that. Halo Infinite. There we can what? Okay. YouTube, do you understand youtube.com? No, also not. Okay. Steam really has to work on their browser, don't they? So, Halo Infinite gameplay. Let's bring that shit out. I'm not gonna do the volume, obviously. That should hopefully. It's not good quality. Let me see if I can boost the quality a little bit here. 1080, 60 should be fine. Yeah, that's okay. It's a bit better. Let's see if that works. I just really quickly want to skip through it because in the background. Oh, you were kicked by other players? What? Why? I didn't do anything. Maybe they wanted to have their little private session. Possible. If there's 5 friends, they all kick me. That's what they do. Anyway, here we go. So okay, so that's already the point, right? Hold on. No. We're not going that quick. No. Hold on. That kind of zoom around his face in the beginning. Hold on. Also this cloud. Like, just look how this cloud looks. The explosion they fly through in the cloud. And then this, it just doesn't, you know what I mean? It does not look good. Now here we go. Okay, here we go. That's a sharp shot. Okay, we're getting this full screen. No, we're not getting it full screen. Shame. That's the best we can do. You get a bit of the pores there. I mean, there's some detail in the teeth, you know, don't get me wrong, but as it moves, I mean, if you just see the screenshot, you might be like, yeah, okay, that's. But then as it moves, it just looks flat. And, I mean, my theory is... What? Okay. My theory is that this game was very far down the road on the Xbox One. And they were like, okay, look, guys, the Xbox One was not exactly a huge success. This is not going really well. So here's what we're going to do. We upgrade it and put it on the next generation. And they're like, that's genius, Phil. You're a freaking genius, man. Let the old generation die, you know, just kill it. And then pump it on the next one. And that's why these assets have been optimized for a slower machine. It doesn't look terrible, it doesn't look unacceptable, but it looks outdated. It just looks outdated. Okay, the whole thing. Yes, they put detail in the Master Chief's armor. I can appreciate that. Okay, here we go. And that was my Destiny moment, right? Where they come out and I'm like, oh, a DLC for Destiny. Oh, no, right. No, it's Halo. It's a Halo game. And I mean, part of that is also that it's like a similar developer, right? I mean, the original Halo Bungie, and then Bungie, and like it has this kind of Bungie touch to it. Even this is obviously not Bungie. Look at that shit, man. Look at it. It is an early build, but that's what you're showing me. You know what I mean? That's what you are showing me. So, I don't know, man. I don't want to just crazy hate on it, but this is the definition of underwhelming, you know what I mean? For a brand like Halo, for a brand that is, sorry, supposed to carry this platform, you know, supposed to carry this brand, move it forward. Is that the game? You know what I mean? Imagine, okay, let me take you on a different trip here for a second. Completely different Halo, and I'm gonna have to switch this off. I'm going back to GTA for a minute here. And that looks like we're in an infinite loading loop. Imagine a different Halo, right? A completely different, maybe even like really dark or something. Like they're pushing it into a really dark area and you're on this weird. I don't know nothing about the Halo lore, but they could have surely told a story. And then maybe I'm just trying to think about how the concept could be stronger, right? So you could have I think the open world is not a bad idea. The open world, to put Halo in like a bit like Destiny, right? Where you have these kind of and the rumors, by the way, that there's more than one planet in Halo that you can visit, Destiny. But you have kind of instances of worlds, right? So it's not a huge world, it's not a whole planet, it's just a small bubble within this planet that you can visit. So I think it looks like it's gonna be like that. And that's not bad. But imagine, okay, so here's this planet, you land, rain, storm, these freaking creatures. Every moment on this planet is just agony for Master Chief, right? He just has to fight his way through like rainy storms. You don't know where you make it into this cave. You have to get this artifact, bring it, boom. You make it back to your spaceship, back into space, right? And seamless. No Man's Sky version, right? You're out in space. There's another planet. You fly to that next planet. You got a marker, right? That artifact has revealed this kind of thing. You know, you have to, maybe for a second you're in your spaceship, you have to disconnect. You get up, you have to put it in a machine. It decodes it. It gives you a new location. You fly manually in a spaceship, right? In Halo, like you fly through space, third person, fly to that planet, seamlessly land on it, and it's like maybe that planet with like trees and shit, whatever. And then you fly to a different planet, and imagine a Halo like that. You know, like a Halo that really pushes it to the next level. Yes, it's a bit open world, but it's about space, travel to other planets, and landing, getting out. And it really tries to kind of create something that elevates the concept to a new level, because at the moment that's not what's happening, really. Sorry, I didn't read the comments for a long time. I'm really sorry, guys. Where did I stop? Let me see. I loved my PS3, by the way, says Kylab. Too bad my original FAT was PS2 backwards compatibly die. Oh, that's a shame. That's bad, yeah. It happens with old hardware, man. I'm currently kind of revamping my old Game Boy, the original Game Boy, giving it to my nearly 6-year-old son. He loves it. Like, he's playing Gremlins and Mario. Having a great time. Even the old graphics is so funny. They're not bothered, those kids. They're like, this is epic, and the music like it's like they love it. Sensible Soccer on the Amiga 500. That was your first game, yeah, Spillikin. That's epic, actually. On the PC, it has to be Red Dead Redemption. Oh, it's your favorite game. Is that your favorite game, Sensible Soccer? Oh my god, is it? On the Amiga 500. No, that's your first game. PC, Red Dead Redemption, Skyrim, GTA. Skyrim was good, man. I loved Skyrim. And some of the criticism I didn't even get. Like, people are like, I hated the dungeons, they're so repetitive. I disagree. Like, in Skyrim, every time I found a cave entrance, I'm like, ooh, we're going in. It's gonna be epic. I loved it. You know, it was such a good distraction from the overworld fight, artifact, whatever. And then you go down, walk into those dungeons. Loved it. So yeah, Skyrim could also easily be in my top 5. I agree. Sensible Soccer, we've got that. Is it not just art style? It looks like every other Halo game ever released, right? Yeah, and maybe that's their intentional decision, you know. Maybe they're holding back. They're like, no, bro, it has to feel retro. It has to feel like a retro, original Halo game. Take the textures down, simplify the geometry, make it nearly look like a 90s game, like in an exaggerated way. Maybe that was their ambition. I don't know. It didn't go down well, apparently. Say, have you seen Master Chief versus Captain America on a show called Super Power Beatdown? I saw it was okay. Master Chief versus Captain America. Now that sounds like Celebrity Deathmatch to me, if you're familiar with that. That was a clay motion show that was running on MTV where celebrities slaughtered each other. Because I can't imagine Captain America and Master Chief in one universe fighting each other. But that sounds pretty cool. I will check this out. I keep holding my phone in front of my camera. It's idiotic. So, I won for $40,000. That's nice. That's good. I'll take that. The problem is that Master Chief is a non-character. He's just a big guy in a green dumpster armor. He isn't even like Doom Guy, where they could be a parody. So let me say something to this. That's really interesting because they did this one trailer for this new Halo Infinite game, and I actually only saw it today, but it was like you saw this uniform and they bring in this suit, right, and they put the suit together of Master Chief, and then they said something along the lines of, and it's waiting for you to control it, you know, and then the display, the screen comes on. Now that's a cool idea, right? I don't know about the Halo lore, but how about the Master Chiefs are just like remote controlled people? There's never a person inside a Master Chief, a human, you know. It's always just like a remote control suit that it's always, you know, someone's controlling it. It's you are controlling it. So there you have this kind of cool arch that you can play with, that it's like breaking the fourth wall, right? Now you are in the suit or something like this. I quite like that approach, but you're absolutely right. The Master Chief is an absolute non-character. He has no describable properties, right? You know, like, oh, Master Chief, yeah, he's yeah, like you say, big green dumpster suit. It really is what it is. Halo meets Elite. Yeah, that's right. I think that's actually right. People seem to enjoy the art style more similar to older games. You think so, yeah? Do you really think so? You think people are gonna... I mean, okay, let's be fair, okay? I mean, let's go back to the freaking memes on Twitter. You can see it everywhere. People are memeing the shit out of it, that it looks so outdated.